It says it's recording. Let's see. I'm going to turn down my background music. I'm just going to wait for 2 minutes to see if anyone joins. Welcome to the very first moon meditation with Sarabella. Me. I'm really happy to have you, and I'm really happy to see you here, whether it's live or in a recording. So today's full moon, it does land today. Today is November 22nd. It's a full moon in Gemini. So it's watery and fluid and emotional, and Mercury went retrograde last Friday. So that's also playing into things. Transition, well, this is a huge transitional time. Most of you are going through huge transitions. I am too. Everything is transitioning. Relationships, money, career, even location where people are living. But Mercury in retrograde will make transit harder, make digital things harder. I was going to have a guest speaker today, and there was a time difference thing, and that some of that is Mercury in retrograde. So it's a good time to slow down, especially these next 2 days while the moon is full, because just the energy is heightened, and so people feel more, and everything is affected a little bit more. So slow down, come back to your breath, and I lost my mind there. I needed to slow down. Yeah, and be patient. Be patient with yourself, be patient with others, and know that no one is immune from these things. We're all affected by the planets, whether you believe in it or not. It doesn't make much of a difference. But if you do believe in it, it can give you some sort of clues as to what's going on and how you can sort of deal with it or when it might shift. So anyway, that's tidbit about the moon. Transformational time. So I'm going to lead you guys through a beautiful transformational meditation. I've already done this with a few of my witches, and I led it this past Monday actually on a live recording with Belly and Beyond, because I just feel like it's so important for us to consciously move through these transitions well and with clarity, and leaving what no longer serves us behind. So I'm really happy about that. Before we do our meditation, I will open the circle. But I just want to touch a little bit on altar space. I just cleaned my altar and cleared it and then put new objects on it. You can do whatever you want with your altar. There are definitely suggestions on what energies you're working with, or what energies of the moons and the planets are. But the most simple idea for an altar is to have all 4 elements, earth, air, fire, and water. So even if you just have a glass of water with you and you light a candle, maybe smudge a little bit, have some sage burning or incense. There's the water, fire, and air. And then earth, you could add a stone, a rock, a crystal, some food. Food items are really good for altars because they're an offering to the gods or goddesses. So I have cacao on my altar right now because I like working with cacao as a beautiful heart-opening medicine. I'm also working a lot with Damiana recently and rhodiola. I went to a beautiful talk last week about adaptogens. Dennis Mazer, wonderful human who works at the Light Cellar here in Calgary, he told us all about these adaptogens, these amazing plants, herbs that can help us feel free from stress. So rhodiola is one of those. And Damiana, the other herb I mentioned that I'm working with, it deals with the heart. It's a bit of an aphrodisiac, but it's also great for dream work and dream world. And I know a lot of you have been feeling a lot of strong dreams the past while. I have been as well. Some people who haven't been dreaming for like the past 8 years are starting to dream again. So pay attention. And an herb like Damiana can actually help you go a little bit deeper and tune. And a nice practice if you are dreaming is to, before you go to sleep, set an intention, ask your dream a question or ask to be shown something. And in the morning, before you wake up, you can either write it down or remember it and just see if there's any insights that come along. The dream world is just phenomenal. So yeah, altar space, herbs, dream world. There's so many things I could share. But I think that's good to start with for now. So I've been using this wonderful book. Oh, let's see if you can see it. Witch by Lisa Lister. It has a great sort of way into the world of witchcraft and magic and coming into your feminine power. So I use some of the tools in here a lot, but I use her writing for the opening circle and the closing circle. So as we gather here, perhaps you're in front of your altar, perhaps you're just in front of your computer. And I'd like you to close your eyes and take a deep breath. Relax your hands, palms face up, and be open to receive. As I call in each of the quarters, the directions, you can turn to face that direction or just think of it in your mind. We'll be going clockwise. First, I turn to the east and the element of air. I invite you to blow out the old and bring in the new. Help us to allow the winds of change and not resist them. Hail and welcome. Next, to the south and the element of fire. I invite you to burn away regrets, ignite a fire of passion and desire, and be the flame that ignites the light of others when plunged into darkness. Hail and welcome. Next, to the west and the element of water. I invite you to cleanse us, quench our thirst, nourish us, and allow us to explore the ebb and flow of our emotions and purify our thoughts. Hail and welcome. Finally, to the north and the element of earth. Hold us, support us, and grow as we grow strong roots so that we can rise. Hail and welcome. Mama Earth, Father Sky, Grandmama Moon, Grandfather Sun, star nations, and the mysteries that lie in between, be with us, support us, and guide us in our circle. Ancestors, witches, and wise women who have gone before us, please join us, sit with us, and guide us in this circle. She, Divine Feminine, Lady of all that is, I ask for your presence and your blessing. Please clear the space of any heavy energy and fill it with the love, healing, and truth. She, I ask for you to work through me, to work through us, and to make sure we hear and feel what we need the most as we experience this circle and our path together. So mote it be. As the circles opened, I had a moment there where I thought that I forgot one of the directions and the elements, and I honestly can't remember. Maybe it was fire, so I apologize. I'll close them all again. Yeah, as we sit, when I gather in person and when we gather with a large group, perhaps online on Zoom, this is the time I would open up for anyone to share what they've been going through the past moon cycle. So whether it was the past 2 weeks or the past month since the past full moon, technically a full moon cycle, well, it can either start on the new moon or the full moon, depending on sort of how you think of it. So some people think of the start of the moon cycle is the new moon. So when the dark moon, it's completely dark, and then the new moon, that's the whole new moon cycle. So the 28 days. But you could count it starting from the full moon and do the 28 days from there. So I just cleared my altar and I just created a new altar. So I seem to be working from the full moon space, the state. Yeah. And I guess I'll share what's going on with me while you guys can reflect. Since the past moon cycle, that's when we had Samhain, and I had a cacao ceremony, and oh,
Hi.
hello!
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I just came out of session with Celeste. So I'm like
Oh.
very like sleepy now. I don't know.
Where,
Hold
I
on.
can't see you. Do you have your video going, or?
Try to see what's going on. And my face is like, I'm like so sleepy right now. So I don't know what's going on with the camera. I'm trying to pick. Okay. Okay, I need to go settings. Hold on. I need to
That's
go
okay.
settings. Camera, where's that? Where is camera? Oh, okay, here. Can't see. Oh, settings. Camera.
Oh, I see it.
Is this something about? Hold on. It says privacy. I've never done a Zoom. Like I always like hear the conversations, but I never done like a video, so I don't know where my privacy settings of my camera are.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh my god, I feel so in a cloud after seeing Celeste. I'm like,
Yeah.
flying high, like, because she moves so much, right? And so much energy, and I was getting really cold because like messages and stuff. So.
Oh, wow. Did you see her in person?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Wow.
Yeah, I always not always, but this time I got so cold. And it's because
Interesting.
energies, right? Like, why can I'm in camera and I'm in settings, camera mode.
Are you on your phone?
Yeah, but I need to read the instructions again. It's like, or is there like privacy?
You think there'd be like a button that you could just push, like.
Oh, privacy. Let's see. Oh, okay. Privacy. Why? Oh, okay. I see.
Well, just so you know, I'm recording this because I might share it afterwards. Oh, there you are. I see you.
And I'm like, oh, but you see, I'm so sleepy.
But the sun looks so bright and beautiful on you.
I was like,
That's lovely.
thanks. Yeah, I'm like, sorry if it's gonna take me a little bit to wake up.
Yeah, no worries. I just opened the directions and I think I did them maybe wrong, but that's okay. And then I was
But
getting into talking about what we've been experiencing the past like moon cycle.
yeah, I'm very ignorant and like about moon cycles. I only I kind of I know my cycles, like my body, I understand them like perfectly, but I've never like made the connection like okay to with the moon. So that's why I'm kind of like, okay, I'm interested in knowing more because I'm not sure.
Well,
So if you
even like because the last time we had a full moon thing was Samhain and you were there, so I just kind of use those like meeting points as sort of like ways to keep track.
yeah, I'm not, and I have like a moon calendar, but I just feel like I need to study more about it. I don't, and Celeste was asking me today about that, like if I was in tune, like I'm in tune, like my body is in tune, like my period is always like exact, and I've never ever had to use birth control. I've never used birth control, so like
Wow.
like a clock, right? And it's funny because I was telling her that when I told Dan, because all these years he's never really known that I know that my body is just like a clock, so I know where I'm ovulating, I'm not where I'm not, and I'm like that. He looked at me like I had betrayed him, and I'm like, well, because he thought all this time it's like, oh, we can't have kids, and I'm like, um, well, it's not that we can't have kids. I just know my body perfectly.
Yeah.
He felt so betrayed. It was funny.
Oh wow.
I don't know. I think men are weird. I think men are weird. Like because they don't worry about those things, then
Yeah, they don't have that.
they don't have that like getting in touch with their bodies because their bodies are just like whatever, like they just function, I guess. Well, they stop.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't have the 20 to 8 day cycle that we do.
Yeah, they don't have the painful experience of. Well, it's not always painful. At least not to me, and lately not painful at all. I don't know. I
That's
don't know.
good.
So yeah, I don't know about the moon, but I know about myself. So,
Well, I mean, it's the same thing. If you like a 28-day cycle for the period is the same as cycling with the moon. So I think for women, it's said to be like you're connected to the moon if you're, I think, ovulating on the full moon and then shedding on the new moon.
mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm
Well,
I'm backwards. I've been shedding on the full moon.
I think now I am like that too. I think I have my period. I have to see it in a calendar.
Yeah.
but I think I'm backwards too. I think so. Hold on, I need my key.
Yeah.
Battery's low. Uh, I need to see it in a calendar because I think I'm too sleepy to think. I'm like, no. And is anybody else coming? Did they say that they're doing
The
this
call?
session?
Yeah, I had another gentleman who was gonna join us, but we got the time difference mixed up, and so he's an hour behind. So I don't
Oh,
think he's gonna make it today.
yeah, I think with this Zoom things, it's like kind of like you set that time, and then people will start getting used to
Yeah,
this, that you're on,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Kind of like I think the other Zoom meetings that I join when I can are on like every 2 weeks on Thursdays, like 11. But I'm also having problems with the time difference because they're in California, and I should it's just an hour difference, and I
yeah.
never every time I try to log in, they're like not there. I'm like, what? So I think I need to check on that.
Oh, it's weird that Zoom wouldn't like share that information. Maybe, yeah, maybe they don't have the time zone on here. That would be confusing.
I don't know, but I haven't been able, not never, but I joined a couple times, and then I haven't been able to join
Yeah,
because I got the time like wrong. I didn't
yeah.
think so, and then I joined and they're not there. So
Did you tell Celeste about your that potion thing? The
I
liquid. What did she say?
she said that I need to talk about it, that I should like blog about it. She's like, because
Oh.
at first she was like, oh, I don't know, like it was like I no, I wouldn't use it again. Because if it made me feel sad, it's incredible that it made me feel so sad, right? And
Yeah.
I sprayed it this morning because I hadn't made the connection. I sprayed it, and I was like, what is going on? Like, in there's a smell, and I might be the jasmine, that it reminds me of my dad's funeral.
Oh.
And I don't know if it was the jasmine. I need to kind of smell jasmine on its own to see if it's that.
Yeah.
Or it's the asphodel that I had never like smelled it as an essential oil. So I shouldn't have bought it, but maybe there's a reason I bought it. Like maybe a lot of people. I've seen that they use essential oils, or people try to sell essential oils just because it's the trendy thing to do,
Yeah.
and they're not feeling well, or they're not pure, or they're just not for them. Not every essential oil is going to be for everybody. But yeah, what Celeste told me is like, okay, don't use it anymore. You need to talk about it. Just put whatever thoughts in a blog or whatever. And she's like, you have a lot of information that you should be writing about or talking about. And then yeah, and I told her, I was like, maybe I should contact the company and say, because I don't think they should call it liquid smudge, because smudge, like, to do that to me is to feel good,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
cleanse the space, or you do that to feel good, not to feel sad.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you want to feel incredibly sad, buy buy this combination. So anyway, but it was just the reaction that it had on me, and
Yeah.
maybe memory wise, like maybe it triggered a memory, or but it didn't really consciously trigger a memory. It was just like the feeling, like it was just like I wasn't remembering anything. I wasn't like thinking about a person or whatever. It was just like sadness. I feel sad. I feel sad.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Weird.
That's crazy.
What do you think about it?
I've never had a product like I don't know. I haven't consciously had a product make me feel a certain emotion, but just the other day my friend told me about a mutual friend of ours. He got really sick for like a year because he was living with a cat and he didn't realize he was allergic to cats. And then it took him a whole another year after that to like get back to normal. So I mean, we're so affected by like the stuff, like the anything around us that we smell or consume or.
Yeah, it is just funny because nothing had ever had that effect on me before. Like, obviously good effect, like lavender, you can have, like, depending on where you buy it,
Yeah.
it can make you feel, oh, I feel so relaxed, or I feel whatever. And my mom used to say that lavender, like, it can make you feel energized or calm depending on what your body needs. That's what.
Oh.
And but I mean, I'm remembering things so that my mom used to say to me all the time. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, that makes sense. So because my mom was a witch, which she didn't really know. She didn't.
Yeah. You should write that stuff down in like a grimoire. Like anytime you remember, just write it down in a journal.
Yeah, I should. I need to do it. Like, I've been like I need to do this, and Celeste was like, you need to journal. Like, you need to journal. I'm like, yes, in my spare time.
I know it's hard. You have to make time though. Yeah.
It's just, I've been lately. I just go to, like, there's the end of the day, and I'm exhausted, and I just crash. Like, I just, like, completely crash. And they're like, I'm gonna journal for half an hour. I just crash.
I try to do it in the morning because of that.
Hmm.
But
Yeah. Yesterday I did some painting. Like, just I wanted to paint a star, and I kind of wanted to do something for myself because I had a hard day, like, with toddler.
yeah.
I told them, I'm like, I'm toddlered out. I need you to take over, and I'm done. I'm done for the day. And then he just took over.
Nice.
Yeah. But then I just, like, okay, I didn't even finish my star. Like, I painted one side and I didn't paint the other one. And
That's
rushed.
okay. Oh, you got
Yeah,
time of it.
not rushed, I guess. And what else? What else? What else do you want to talk about? I don't know if you had an agenda.
Well, I was thinking of leading us through like a guided meditation. I'm not sure if I've done this one with you or if you were here for that one. I don't think so. It's like it's sort of transformational, or because so many people are in transition right now, I thought it'd be a good one to do, and it could help ground you after your experience.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah.
Oh shoot. Oh no, I think it froze.
So, yeah, I feel like,
Oh, there we go. Hi.
but I don't know. I don't know what to do right now because because I'm just parked here,
Yeah.
so I can't, like, so I don't know. Like, I knew that you were gonna do a meditation, but I didn't want to miss out on, like, talking to you. So then I was like, that's why I was like, okay, well, I booked the appointment because I didn't have this appointment booked before, but
Yeah.
my back was hurting, so it was like a last minute thing. So I don't know if I'm at the best place that I should be to do a meditation, to be honest.
Well,
So
you could just sit there.
yeah, I can sit here.
It'll
Yeah.
it's like a 5-minute thing if that. It's pretty short.
Oh, okay, then sure. I just didn't know what do I have to do. Like, I can only be sitting down at the moment.
No, it's okay. All you have to do is sit down and close your eyes.
Sounds good.
Cool. You want to do it?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
Mhm.
Okay. let's take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And I'll invite you to close your eyes and open your palms up and let them rest on your lap. And just take a moment to connect with your body and come back to you. And then I want you to visualize a big bonfire in front of you. A huge pit of flames. You can feel the heat on your face. You can see the sparks. You can hear the crackling. And I want you to start walking towards this fire. And it's getting hotter, but I want you to walk all the way into the fire. Get into the fire, you're right in the middle. And feel yourself burning all over, from the inside out. Your old self is being burnt, all of your old thoughts, old patterning. Anything you need to let go is just being burnt. And the flames slowly die down, and you melt away with the ashes. And out of the ashes rises smoke, beautiful white smoke. And it might be an object, it might be in the shape of an animal, or it might be in the shape of you. Whatever you see rising from the smoke, take a moment to look at it. And see if this smoke, or whatever object's in the smoke, has a message for you. And receive the message. And thank the smoke for giving you its blessing. And then out of the ashes, I want you to see like a sprout coming up, and it's growing into a beautiful flower. And from that flower and from that sprout, actually, you are being reborn. We're pedaling up, beautiful and naked and blissful. And then once you are fully formed, fully recreated, I want you to slowly walk out of the fire. Step out with this new sense of self. And when you're ready, you can slowly come back to your body, integrate the experience. Take a deep breath. And whenever you're ready, no rush, you can open your eyes.
That was nice. I think because I just came out from seeing Celeste, and my eyes are red, like red energy. Then they felt, oh, my eyes felt warm. Then when you say, kind of like if the fire, like turn into just smoke or whatever, like, or then I saw like green color, and then my eyes felt cool, like cooling. So that was nice. Hmm. I don't know if that's something that happens. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah. Everyone has a different experience, so.
that was nice. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's a nice transformational one. I first created it a few months ago when I was really diving into like the witch thing, and I felt like I needed to experience being burnt. Like burnt,
Mm,
you know, but then like using that energy and being reborn and going on. So that's sort of where it came from.
mm-hmm. Yeah, that burning. There's different ways to feel that burn, right? Like or when something painful is happening to you, you feel that burn too, right?
Hmm.
Or when somebody is being mean to you, you can feel that burn, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the
Yeah.
flames. Well, I know that you're in transit, and so I don't want to keep you too long. Is there anything else that you want to like share or ask a question or talk about?
Not that I can think of right now. I usually have a lot to say about witchy things, right? Like, there's a
Yeah.
lot of instances, things that go through my mind through the day, right? But no, right now I'm like so calm that I'm good, I think.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah. Well, do you want to close the circle with me?
Sure.
Cool. Okay. So you can close your eyes or not. It's up to you. But take a deep breath and relax your body. We're closing the circle of our magical workings and returning to our everyday lives. Ancestors, witches, and wise women who have gone before us, thank you for joining us, sitting with us, and guiding us in circle. She, Divine Feminine, Lady of all that is, thank you for your presence and your blessing. Thanks for clearing the space of any heavy energy and filling it with love, healing, and truth. She, I thank you for working through me, working through us, and making sure we heard and felt what we needed the most as we experienced this circle together. Blessed be. As I call on each quarter, you can think of each direction. We'll be going wind or shins, anti-clockwise, and starting in the west. The west, element of water. Thank you for cleansing us, quenching our thirst, nourishing us, allowing us to explore the ebb and flow of our emotions and purifying our thoughts. Hail and farewell. To the south, element of fire, thank you for burning away regrets, igniting a fire of passion and desire, and for being the flame that ignites the light of others when plunged into darkness. Hail and farewell. To the element of east, the element of air, thank you for blowing out the old and bringing in the new. Thank you for helping us to allow the winds of change and not resist them. Hail and farewell. To the north, element of earth, thank you for holding us and supporting us as we grow strong roots so that we can rise. Hail and farewell. Mama Earth, Father Sky, Grandmama Moon, Grandfather Sun, Star Nations, and the mysteries that lie in between, thank you for being present, supporting us, and guiding us in our circle. The one thing that I did want to share that I haven't yet is it's really nice on the full moon to write down the things that you want to like release and let go of.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I do that in my journal, but sometimes I do it on paper that I can burn. And then after that process, it's actually really nice to write down things you want to invite in. So when we create space for something, we need to like fill it with something else.
Mm-hmm.
And then those ones you can keep with you.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Oh, thank you so much, Sarah. And
Yeah.
I support you with whatever you're doing. So
Thank you. I love you. You're wonderful.
I know like I was saying, I have friends, like my friends in Mexico that are like my best friends. There's connection. with them for so many reasons, right? Because I know I
Mhm.
need them in my life, because I like that energy is that what I need in my life, and they need my energy in their lives, right? So,
Yeah.
and for whatever reason, whatever you're doing, like this witchy, I respect that so much, and thanks for kind of opening kind of the kind of like the door and say, or say, hey, remind, like kind of like here, I'm here to remind you who you are, or whatever. I don't know. So that's cool, because now I'm like going back and I'm like I've always like I've always been like this. I just needed to be reminded,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
now I can't, right? So yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. And I'm happy that you and Celeste connected. That's wonderful.
Yeah, she's been helping me a lot. She's like, I've had some back problems, and that she's helped me a lot with that, but also with other things. So yeah,
Yeah.
she's good. Hmm.
On Monday, I'm thinking of having like a sisterhood potluck. So if you're free Monday night,
Oh,
it'll be
nice. I'll
starting
check.
around 6 p.m. and then come whenever. So
Well, just you're gonna post it in
yeah.
group. Okay, sounds good. I gotta run because now I have to find a bathroom.
Okay.
So, with Celeste, I was like, I have to drink so much water, and then I go have to go to the bathroom,
Totally.
but must run. But thank you
Okay.
so much.
Yeah. Thanks for joining.
Bye. Have a good day.
Yeah. You too. Bye.
Bye. No, I can't hang up. I don't know.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining my first full moon meditation. Big thanks to Monica for jumping in, and I look forward to connecting with more of you in 2 weeks on the new moon. So much love, blessings.